Bargani, oh! Bargani. Oh, you don't know what I mean because you only practice Kwanzaa one time a year. We at Gye-Nyame Journey, we practice Kwanzaa 365 days a year, allowing the power of our culture to help build what our ancestors called the best life. And we're inviting you to do the same. Come and join us at freegnjecourse.com so that we can start building together. I'm out.
Oh, it's time to grab the glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic. Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Take a breath, take your breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy, remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on, drink it, drink it, drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, drink it. Lift it, drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on, come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Come on, come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Oh my God, oh my God, I want to say great Umoja to all of y'all. We are moving into the week of Umoja. Family, I need to remind you, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, in the home of the stubborn minority, in a place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother High Tim. Of course, you know this is the heart of a simple production all day, every day, and we, it's the heart of a simple production. Come on, Simba, where you at? But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Man, and boy, oh boy, this week we want to make sure that we blow up all of those old paradigms. For those of you that want to get in touch with us at Gye-Nyame Journey Media, go to freegnjecourse.com. It's streaming across the bottom of the screen right now. Be sure to go to freegnjecourse.com so that you can get into our circle. You can go and get on our email list and get these weekly KN newsletters that I'm sending out. Oh my God, family. I'm trying to pack it with as much information as possible. I'm trying to get co-writers and stuff, but you know how it is. Sometimes it's hard. But hey, let me go and make sure I put my stuff on airplane mode so I won't be getting bothered around here, so that we can go and make sure that we do what we came here to do. We came to toast up the ancestors. Anime, can I get some music? Cool. We got the music. Oh man, and man, are we going to have a great time today lifting up our ancestors. So, for those of you that don't know, once again, we got a weekly newsletters going out. Make sure you get on it, freegnjecourse.com, because it's better for us to communicate with those where we are able to control it, because all these streaming platforms and all these social media, they could just cut us off at any time. And we want to make sure that we can get you the information that you need so that you can move forward. So now let's do our health drink. So what I'm doing today, I'm doing a mixture. So I got my coffee. I'm going to take some of my coffee. Now with this, I am mixing in, this is coffee, because I got to do my morning coffee. I got palm kernel oil, right? I'm experimenting with that right now. I have my mushroom complex in here, as well as cinnamon and clove. Oh, man. I'll talk about that a little bit during, on the email. I talk about the benefits of the palm kernel oil. Because a lot of people say oils are not healthy for you. Okay, then you don't do them. I like the oil. So, but anyway, it's a long story behind how I got on the kernel oil, because I be looking for culturally appropriate. And of course, I'm mixing that in with some of that ambrosia, the mature batch that Brother Cleve made. And speaking of that, I want to make sure that everybody know that we're trying, our young warriors are trying to go on an adventure. They're calling it the African American Museum Excursion. And it's an adventure that the young men are going on. And those that would like to support that, please hit us up at freegnjecourse.com. You could go and become a supporter. You go to Gye-Nyame Journey. You go to gnjmedia.support, and you can go and help these young people get out here. We're trying to send about 10 to 12 warriors out on the East Coast to check out, I think, maybe six different museums. Oh man, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. But hey, anyway, so let's go and let's do what we came here to do. We came here to pour for the ancestors. So let's get the ancestors a round of applause. Also, the applause goes out to all of those who were born under Umoja. Those Umoja children, we want to make sure you got our appreciation. It is your week, family. We are starting a new cycle. So for any of you that want to start making changes in your life, right? Coming from our perspective, coming from an Afrocentric perspective, coming from an Nguzo Saba perspective, coming from a Kwanzaa perspective, coming from a cultural perspective, now is the perfect time. We are at the top of another 7-week period. Actually, this is the third 7-week period within 2023. We break them down into 7 in Gye-Nyame Journey, but of course you got to get into the free G&J e-course to find out about that. Get on the email letter, and better yet, go to become somebody that's on the Nguzo Saba challenge. Those are for the serious people that want to push it to the next level, because we got a private group where we're having conversations about this type of stuff all the time. All right, let's get into this toast. All right. First off, giving honor to the Creator. Giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the Creator, and we say the words of power, at least the words of power around these parts, and that is Ashe. Oh, you on point today, anime. Anime on point. Yay, anime is on point. So we lift it up to the Creator, and now we're going to move, and we're going to toast. And we're going to toast our ancestors. So we're going to lift up our glass, and we're going to salute, and we're going to toast our personal ancestors. So let's grab the list. Let's grab the list and get busy, because y'all know we do the whole list on the ritual piece, right? If you want to get your ancestors on the list, make sure you get on that on our email list, freegnjecourse.com. Become part of it. You can learn a little bit more with the free e-course, and then if you want to go farther, you go into the Nguzo Saba challenge and get into our chat group, so that we could build together and we could do what we came to do, right? Become better, evolve ourselves, and become more powerful. Now, so I'm gonna read the list. You can get your ancestors on the list. Once you get on the free ecourse.com, you have access to our email. We'll send you an email. You can send us back an email. You can send us back comments and ideas, or even articles if you want us to place them in the e-newsletter. All right. So here we go. Starting off with the list. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Normal X, Sepet Mount Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamau, the Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullen, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Cedar Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Winterman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Meldell Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sale Well, Levita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Trill Dunbar, Will Thomas, Seth Berg, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson, Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Harold Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. Senior, James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Nelda Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Adam Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell and David, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dean Moneri, Gina Hoop Jones, Jana Callahan. And we have, William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Elder Basiji Filani, Jim Robson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Kirk, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DeFrida Hines, Anas Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradling, Kevin Spradling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Leon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Archie Finch, William Billsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. We got Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Bruce Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doe, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwilyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Eno Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Jabel Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Hughes Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruben Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Captain Sanders, Merle Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mitchell Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruben Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Harmon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevada Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javan McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Albert, Masmin Corporal, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Andy Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Let's move to the Black Book. Black Book, here we come. I know y'all over there. Hold on. I'm getting the Black Book. Pow! I'm back. Here we go. Got Jordan Giles, James Carswell, Alberta Adams, also known as Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damien Top, Westina Banks. We got Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham, Isaac Cunder, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Wiggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Queese Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Milton Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lunker, Elizabeth Johnson. We got Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasonda Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alapti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers. We have Elijah Hakeem and Coma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Kareem Mackey, got Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Desi Woods. We got T. Lar, Woods, Lennox. We have Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Abby Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Damon, Ethel Marshall. We have Steve Dougie Shelton. William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Murrow, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Tommy Young, Frank Murrow, Charles A. Young. We got Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe, and Julia Lawrence. We have Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Corporal, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris McKinney, Margaret Minter. We have Mary Smith, Juanita Florence Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Janet Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesland, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Raleigh. We got Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner. We got Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Pam Johnson, Vera Reeves Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon. We got Sheila Anley, Panchita Albert, Donald Brooks, Barbara Moses, Ida Spate, Ira Branson. We have Eric Winston, Darren Bridget, Francisco Matisse, Charles Stevenson Jr., King Pleasant, Sarah Keaton, and the Shepherd, Bradell Willard, Mabel Haskins, Wilbert Shepard, Dennis Jackson, William Haskins, Geraldine Jackson, Henry Jackson Sr., Edward Jones. We got Leslie Travelers, Charlize Barnes, DeJuan Lewis Taylor, Madeline Yates, June Dandridge, Daisy Wilfork, Frederick Smith, James and Amanda Baldwin, Linda Williams, Sally Williams. We got Vivian Stevenson. We got Irene Harris, Callie Williams, Abu Scales, Pat Williams, Mrs. Bertha Walker, Tony Ogletree, Grandma Marguerite, Tracy Emery, Hassan Abdur Razak. We got Vivian Johnson, BJ Jones, Avishel Roboleto Monterosa, Chet Word, Mama Rahani, Deborah Michelle Nash, Joseph Lane Miller III. We have Renoko Rashidi, Bobby Bottle, Fred Gasson, Tracy Gasson, Adora Gibson, Elder Simba, Brother Bashir, Tommy Hustle, also known as Tommy the Barber. We got Elder Phil Haynes, Arminta Brantley. We got Aunt Carol Walker Welsh. We got Carrie Ann Brooks. We have Jeremiah Williams, Tony Smith, Antoinette Pinson, Juanita Mosley, Michelle Simons, Irene Johnson, Aunt Pauline, Nanny Baker, Ian Dabney, Quincy Elder, Josiah Miller, Brother or Elder David Moore, Lisa Smith, Willie Thomas, Neva Fitzgerald, Odessa Bell, Mary Lou Rosello. We have Yeye Motley, Yvonne Bonnie Gatson Harris, Chris Mateen, Juanetta Cookie Corbett, Elder Ased, and Carsey Twigs. Man. Family, we lift up our glass as we do here at Gye-Nyame, and we say, Ashe. Family, some of those names, man. But like I said, that's the ancestor list, and we lift up our ancestors. We salute our ancestors, and from here we move to the present moment, and this is our time. And the question that I always have to ask is, what are you doing with your time, family? Are you building? Are you destroying? Are you making sure that you're putting something to the side for your future generations? Are you building for legacy? Or are you building for selfishness? Right? Let's be clear. We lifting up our glass. We lift up our glass, and we salute this present moment. Because as long as we're handling our business, our children will always be able to handle their business. Our future generations will be able to handle our business. And we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, and we grasp the power of now, right? And we use it to the fullest. Are you doing that? We lift it up and we say the word of power, Ashe. From there, we're going to move to our future generations. We lift up our children, our children's children onto infinity, and we build in power. We build in faith for them. We are preserving their space and time.
We're extending our space and time so that they have room to do their thing. So we lift up our glass and we salute them and we say, Ashe. From there, we move to all of our relations. We're going to lift up all of our relations and we're going to toast and we say the word of power. And come on now, Ashe. From there, we want to move and we want to toast all those. Well, we want to toast those special causes, right? Following the Baba's lead, Baba Dali. Those special causes. What are some of those special causes you want to lift up? I got you. Come on. I got you. Okay, I hear you. Ashe. Okay. Ashe. And we also want to lift up all those that might be sick and shut in. We want to send that healing energy for those who need the healing energy, right? That need that healing energy. We're sending it out, right? That balanced energy, right? Because sometimes we need that healing and that nurturing, but sometimes we need that foot in our ass to move forward. So we send out that healing energy, that balanced healing energy out there to all those that are in need of it. And we say the word of power. Come on now, say it with me now. Say it with me now. Ashe. Or your word. You want to use your word, feel free. From there, family, we're going to move to that selfish toast. Now, right now, I'm going to ask you as I ask every week when we do this ritual, what does it need? What is it that you need right now in this moment to move to the best you, to become the best you? We lift it up. Come on now. I'm listening. I can't hear you. What'd you say? Okay. Come on now. The selfish toast, because if your cup is not full or your glass is not full, how you going to help sustain others? We got to get our glasses full. So we lift it up. Come on now. Come on now. What is it you need? I heard you. Ashe. Let's get it. All right, from there, we're going to move to our tribal toast. Family, my tribe is Gye-Nyame, but I've been telling y'all the tribe about who your tribe, who your accountability group, right? Because that's basically what a tribe is. We hold each other accountable. We support each other, but at the same time, we hold each other accountable. Because once again, every now and then, you need a kick in the ass to keep moving, to do the things that you need to be doing. A lot of times, a lot of people want to go off and go into I'm grown, can't nobody tell me what to do mind state. But those individuals usually are either lying about not having a tribe or they're not successful at all, right? We're looking for those successful individuals, right? So we're going to lift up for our tribes. My tribe is Gye-Nyame. Say your tribe, I can't hear you. Come on now. If you ain't got a tribe, you need to get freegnj-ecourse.com. I can't make it any easier for you. Lifting it up, Ashe. Now we want to move to one of my favorite toasts. We want to toast the most marvelous, the most beautiful, the wisest, the bravest individual in the room right now. That those of you that took the time to sit down with us on this ritual and lift up your ancestors and lift up our ancestors, our personal ancestors, right? We lift them up, we lift you up, and we say, Ashe. Ashe. Come on now. There you go, anime. All right. We're going to move back here. Family, here we go. Last but not least, we're going to lift up the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. Once again, we start with the creator, we end with the creator. And I'm going to lift up one of our relics, one of our symbols, that phoenix egg. We got that phoenix egg. We're told that it can hatch any day now between now and 10,000 years. So Bainu really trusted us. The Phoenix really trusted us. They said, hey, y'all gonna be here tomorrow or 10,000 years from now. I'm trusting you with the egg. So, all right, got it. Ashe. 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 Family, I want to wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. We have done it again. All right. Let me be honest. Those that want to know about this coffee mixture, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more next week, where I talk about the basic mixture this week, but I'm going to get a little bit more into the health benefits. But it's a unique taste, just let you know. But with that ambrosia, All right, family, we are out. What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.